Hello, everybody. It's just Irasu, and today I wanted to talk about something that happened to me over the last couple days that maybe none of you saw. Who cares? It's just a thing that happened on Twitter. I got suspended for posting a video in response to a tweet that was pretty fat phobic, and I only posted it for one reason, and it was because I saw other people doing it in response to a different tweet, as well as this tweet in particular. So the video I posted was of Low Tier God to the sound, the song "I Want You in My Room," doing his typical Low Tier God stuff. It's a meme video where he's telling you to LTG yourself, and I knew that I would get suspended for this. I had a feeling that I would, and lo and behold, within like 4 to 5 hours of me posting it, I got suspended. I got a notification when I tried to log in, and I was locked out of my account to do anything other than view for like 10 hours. Now, I know what I did. I know what I got myself into, so I'm not going to complain about that. I just made some observations because I did it for a reason, right? I noticed that when I uploaded the video, I was getting phone push notifications that people were liking it. I got 10 likes. Yeah, big whoop, whatever. But when I went to check my Twitter, I had zero notifications on my end, on the Twitter end, or X, whatever you want to call it. And I thought that was interesting. It didn't really strike. It struck me as odd, but I didn't. Maybe it was a glitch. Maybe it was something weird. Whatever. So fast forward a little bit, then I get suspended, and I understood that something was amiss. I had a feeling that I was automatically flagged for posting a video like that. And it was more of a situation of somebody then reported me and then got that tweet suspended or got me suspended that way. So I was flagged and the system was waiting for me or waiting for somebody to suspend me or report me to get suspended. What does this have to do with anything? Well, I wanted to bring it up because in the past, I have reported multiple tweets for even worse shit. One prime example being the notorious small VTuber Draco Starscale, specifically dedicated to harassing the person who brought allegations to him in the first place. I'm not going to reveal what that account is because it's water under the bridge at this point. It is completely pointless to keep dredging it up. However, in that account, he directly doxes the accuser's name. And he does that multiple times on this account, replying to multiple people with their full name, which is against Twitter TOS or XTOS. And I have yet to see any suspensions or any removal of those tweets. Because if you don't do it yourself, Twitter has to do it for you, right? Like, this is getting reported for a good reason. And I have it on good account. Like, we have had people report these tweets because they're heinous. It's awful. Why would you do that to somebody if dox their full name? So the situation with me getting my account suspended almost automatically kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And again, don't get me wrong, I deserved it, but on the other hand, people have posted these things before. There's many tweets out here with the same LTG. There's even worse stuff said more directly. It's more of a meme at this point to do it in the low tier god way. And it might not be morally on the high ground to do so, but it just put into perspective for me that some things Twitter just doesn't care about. And everything is automated. There's a severe hypocrisy. And we also see examples with this with other things. Something that I thought was interesting and I've been doing research into is the falter situation. If anybody knows who I am and have watched me on Twitter doing my bullshit, you'll know that I like to call people out. And especially since I have this new smaller account starting fresh with Irasu. I called out a specific person known as Falter, who is very, very notorious, like same level as Draco. I won't get into it, but the long story short is this guy has a 97-page document on him that documents everything that he has done over the years as a content creator and a person, even outside of the VTubing community. And whenever somebody has a critique about him, or has anything negative to say, it really gets on his nerves. And I came across one of his tweets completely naturally. And the reason why, I guess it's not really natural, because it was advertised. It was promoted right before my eyes, and it shocked me because this is an advertised tweet talking about harassing somebody who just said a couple negative things about him. So why is that okay? To defame a single person, a small person who can't even defend themselves, who have nothing to do with the situation and they just critique you. And by the way, this has happened multiple times. You can see it all over his account. He has posts with millions of impressions, which is impossible for an account of his size to get organically. So almost all of them have been proven that whenever it's involved with his PSAs or he wants somebody to see something, he spends money on advertisements to harass people, and then he bots them for likes, so it looks like he has a stable ground to stand on. So to the casual observer, he will get away with things because you don't question, because well, it has a lot of likes. That this thing is getting reposted. Like, why wouldn't I trust this? But when you decide to investigate further, some of these accounts don't exist. Like, they aren't real. They just repost random shit because they're botted, right? And I want to make a full video about him. I won't go into the whole nitty gritty of it for here, but I wanted to bring that up because these things that are terrible and happening to innocent people, getting doxxed and all of that stuff, are apparently very fine in the context of what is allowed on Twitter, even though we just had a whole fiasco the other day with in regards to Stone Toss, who was doxxed on Twitter. And, despite all of the shit he did, doxing people, not a great thing to do. Twitter finally enforced a doxing policy. Absolutely zero tolerance, they said. And then we just have smaller accounts get away with it. We have smaller accounts like Draco the Femboy, Starscale, whatever you call them, full-on doxing people. You have people like Falter, who full-on harass people via promoted tweets. And then I QRT something that is, I guess, somewhat controversial, which is a thing that's been memed all over the internet and other people get away with it all of the time. But because somebody was offended and reported me, I can't get away with it. But then when I go to do it and I bring attention to this and I tell people, hey, like, this is a reportable offense. Please report these tweets. It gets ignored. It gets shunned. And the few people that do, it's like the reports do nothing. I have had zero responses for the tweets that I reported of Draco's. Zero responses at all. Like there hasn't even been like, oh, here's an update for you. Like it didn't go through. People just don't look at this shit. The moderation team doesn't look at this stuff. These actual problems. Listen, it was off the rails, and I fully accept that. I was edgy in that moment because I was curious. Why can't we hold these other people who have done worse things to higher accountability? So that is where I'm sitting right now. This is my problem with Twitter and their guidelines. Among other things, such as the people that I mentioned in the video getting away with other things on their platforms, such as YouTube, Discord. Like, this has been an ongoing issue. These people are too small to be held accountable, but they're bigger than the smaller people, so they are allowed to bully you and get away with it. And I don't want to stand for it any longer. There is too much hypocrisy along these lines. I don't care if I am a VTuber with 229 subscribers as of recording this video. It doesn't matter. Like, I will speak out on this shit. This is what I do, right? This is what I've always believed in. So if you have a problem with that, then fine. Do whatever it takes to deplatform me. I'm not going to stop because it's the truth. Anyways, sorry. I don't mean to get so emotional. I've dropped my act because I usually like talking in a more slow and concise way, but sometimes it just needs to be yelled. I have a problem with this. This is a big issue, and I wish more people would take notice of this and start holding them accountable. So with that being said, if you like what you see today, if you agree with me, whatever, please leave a like, subscribe if you want to, and please tell me down below what you think. Am I overreacting? Just let me know. That's all I ask for. I love interaction. I love learning what you have to think. Maybe I'm not seeing the full picture, and I want to learn these things because this is the type of content that I would like to talk about, go over, explore. So, have a good day, and like always, I will see you next time. Take care now.